Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be showing you the location and the walkthrough of the Belurat Gaol dungeon in the Elden Ring DLC. We'll start off at the free path cross Site of Grace and we'll make our way to the dungeon. If you already know the location, skip to 1 minute 30 of the video. We're now at the dungeon. At the beginning it's fairly linear and easy to navigate. Towards the end there's a few tricks you need to find all the items. It's also a bit of a maze to collect all the items. So this is the first notable item, which is always useful, and then it's the first sight of these pot guys. They jump out during the dungeon. It can be quite annoying. Most of the other enemies are these undead guys, which are quite easy to defeat. So here we just want to navigate our way down these pots or these jars. You can just actually just walk off the edge and then land on the one below. I think it's only the next one where you may need to jump or roll, and then you keep making our way down. We actually want to go to the right here onto the wooden platform, so ignore those other jars and pick up an item here. So we want to make our way over to that other platform across this staircase, but you'll see it'll break, so we'll need to find another way there to pick up the item. I also find it useful to use the right analog if you're on PlayStation to lock onto any enemies, and this will open up the path. So here can be quite confusing where you want to go to next. It's a bit of a maze to pick up all the items, but I always use this tunnel to the right as a reference point. That's the way to continue through the dungeon. If you do want to just rush to the boss, you go down here, but there's a few items we can collect to the right here. We're now back at the tunnel entrance, but there's still a couple of items we need. There's one here just on the top of these jars. It can be quite frustrating to get. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. You can make your way to the left here and make the jump. There's a lot of trial and error, which can be frustrating. So we actually miss the jump here, but the intended jump is ahead on the left. So we want to make our way around here, and the jump's way easier to do. And you'll see it's way more achievable. So we pick up the Hefty Cracked Pot, and then now we want to finally make our way back to the tunnel entrance. Now you want to make your way here to the jar that's lowered, and it will lift you up. This is something that's quite easily missed, and you want to be careful when you're jumping across the different jars. I do nearly miss the jump, and if you do die, you have to go all the way back to the start of the dungeon, which is really frustrating. So you just want to make sure you're careful with the jumps, and then you'll make your way to the platform that we saw before the staircase broke. You then want to just drop down to where the staircase broke before and go to the tunnel entrance again. We're just getting to the end of the dungeon and the boss, so you just want to go on this jar, then jump across down to the boss, which is fairly easy to handle. He then drops his spirit ashes, and that's the end of the dungeon. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe for more.